What's up guys, welcome to my channel. To start things off, I have an anime rap channel called Sensei Beats. I've posted a few anime raps there and I will continue to post more and more. You should check it out, your support and feedback would be much appreciated. Secondly, there's my Discord server, and if you want to join an active otaku community where there are regular anime quizzes and stuff like that, you should consider joining it. The links to both the channel and the server will be down in the description box down below. Back to the video. We've seen an awful lot of anime where the villain ends up becoming one of the allies. It always happens in shonen anime, and it's a pretty cool cliche. However, how many times have we seen a villain fall in love with the main character? And the main character also loves her back? Not many times, right? Well, let's talk about those few anime. First off on our list is Aoki Higane no Apaggio, Ars Nova. The sea levels become unstable because of the ever-increasing pollution. As a result, a major portion of the land has gone underwater. No doubt it was the humans that let this situation get this serious. And to make them realize their own foolishness, a powerful fleet of ships come out of nowhere and defeat the most powerful naval forces all around the world. These mysterious ships call themselves the Fleet of Fog, and the overall structure of each ship has human-like hearts and some stupidly impressive weapons. However, the fact that each ship has a heart, that means they also have different personalities. As you can see, the plot is definitely somewhat original, plus the girls are also very cute, or should I say, ships? The main character, Gunso Chihaya, is a living human, and the main female lead, Iona, is the mental model of a ship. You'll understand it once you watch this anime. Up next we have Gate, Jiaitai Kanoshinite. The main character, Yoji Itami, is a grown-ass man. He's 33 years old, and he's the first lieutenant at Japan's Special Ground Defense Force. Or is he? You see, even though he's old enough to be considered a full-fledged adult, he also has a decent job, but at his heart and soul, he's still a hardcore otaku. And one ordinary day, as he's in Tokyo in order to attend some sort of otaku meet or convention, a gate pops up in the middle of the city, and supernatural creatures come out of it. They start destroying everything they see, and within a few moments the place had become a one-sided battle zone. But somehow, the situation calms down. 3 months later, Yoji is tasked with an important mission, which is to go to the other side of the gate and befriend the people there, and it's just him and a couple of cute girls. Also, the villain in this case is an over 900-year-old pale girl who looks like she's 13. But since Yoji is in the army, the FBI probably wouldn't be too quick to judge. Up next, we have Big Order. The main character, named Eiichi Hoshimaya, is a high school student who's gravely concerned about the sickness of his sick sister. But that's not all. 10 years ago, a fairy appeared and asked him what his one and only wish was. While he doesn't remember what he wished for, at that time he does know that his wish is what brought such a massive destruction upon the world, where countless people died. Now there are more people who can fulfill their desires. These people are rare, and that's why the general public hates them, and even considers them evil, because they have no idea what these people could pull off next. But what would Eiji do when these folks start coming after him? Up next we have Hidan no Aria. Japan creates a school to counter the ever-increasing crime rates. The name of the school is Tokyo Butte High. The students here hone their skills to become armed detectives, or something like that. The main character, Kinji Toyama, is a not-so-cool sophomore who had to drop out because of a very specific reason. You see, this guy has an ability that makes him exponentially stronger. It's sort of like a power-up. Like, whenever he's sexually aroused, he would become invincible. I kind of exaggerated that, didn't I? But that's exactly what his strength is. He can't win unless he gets into one of those situations that are otherwise called accidents. Anyways, a female named Aria, who's supposed to have the highest combat rank throughout the entire school, even though she only looks like a 12-year-old lolly, ends up partnering up with Kinji after seeing his ridiculous strength. And at the halfway point we have Korewa Zombie Desuka. A boy named Ayumu Aikawa gets murdered while investigating a somewhat suspicious house. and even though he's dead, he wakes up to see a strange girl. This strange girl is a necromancer who revived Ayumu. And just like that, he's reborn as a zombie. Whether it's a good thing that he's now a zombie or not, he sets out to find the person who killed him. And then one day, he happens to witness a magical girl fighting a beast with a chainsaw at a cemetery. She kills the beast, and tries to erase Ayumu's memories, but before she could do that, he absorbs her magic for himself. This girl now tells Ayumu that he would have to kill these strange creatures that pose a threat to the population in her place. And up next we have Mada no O Tuvanades. There's a war, and one of the countries has its 7 regions ruled by war maidens. One of the maidens uses a dragon-carved weapon to launch an invasion against the rival country Brunei. And even though the young archer who's leading an army tries his best to counter the maiden's attack, his entire army still gets wiped out. However, the maiden spares the life of this archer and asks him to become hers. There you go, these are the 2 main characters, the maiden and the archer. There are many more cool characters throughout this though. And if you like both war and oppai, this anime is definitely for you. Up next we have Mayu Mao Yusha. This anime is also about war. For the past 15 years, humans and demons have been at war, and now in the present, the main character, named Yusha, is the greatest warrior there is. As he's on his way to the Demon Queen's castle, he abandoned his comrades just so he can get there a little faster. However, before he kills her, she tells him that she hates the war too, and that all she wants is peace. And if that weren't all, the Demon Queen also turns out to be quite the stunning bombshell, who could sway any man with her eyes alone. Yusha still doesn't agree to help her in bringing peace. He says that the war has ended the lives of many humans, to which the Queen replies, but it's also brought them wealth and prosperity. Plus, all the humans are united because of it. If the war were to stop, the supplies that are coming from the prosperous side of the nation to the southern nations would also stop, and thousands of people would die of hunger. This made Yusha think this lady's got a point. And just like that, both of them come into a mutual agreement and decide to help each other in forming a sensible solution to the war that'll benefit both parties. And at 3rd place we have Toradora. After all that war and zombie stuff, this anime is actually pretty down to earth. The main character, named Ryuji Takasu, is a clean freak and an honest guy. He loves to do chores and cleaning. However, his social image is anything but that. Everyone thinks of him as a hardcore delinquent, just because of his eyes. They make him look scary. The other main character is Taiga Isaka. She's a very small and cute girl. Even so, she's quite violent and bold. Everyone at the school calls her the Palm-Top Tiger. One day, both of these students cross paths, and slowly but surely, they learn to better understand each other. Ryuji realizes that Taiga has a cute and sweet side, and that she has a crush on Ryuji's best friend, who also happens to be the school council's vice president, and Taiga learns that Ryuji has a crush on her best friend. And now that they both know each other's secrets, they're going to help each other to get closer to the person they have a crush on. But will things take a turn for the better, or for the worse? Most of the anime community has already watched this one, but just like how there's people who've never watched an episode of One Piece yet, there are also people who haven't watched Toradora yet. And if you're one of those, you should definitely check it out. On 2nd place we have Toaru Kikushi e no Koyuta. And we're back to wars again. A boy named Albus Kal-El is sent to an island in the sky to discover the end of the world. There he becomes a part of an aerial division and just enjoys life with his classmates. That is until the war breaks out and the whole island turns into a war zone. The main weapons that humans use to fight are artifacts, and Albus Kal-El is going to be one of the pilots in this upcoming war. As for the girl that he ends up falling in love with, her name is Claire, and she has a supernatural ability that allows her to control wind. While love is nice and all, but what would they do when they realize who killed who? And on first place we have Yusha ni narenakata ore wa shibushibu shushuko wo ketsu shimashita. Yes! First take. The main character, Roll Chaser, always dreamed of becoming a hero. He even enters the hero training program to become one. However, before he could actually become a hero, the Demon King is defeated, and peace returns to the world. The hero program is also suspended indefinitely, and now it's impossible for anyone to become a hero. After 2 years, Roll starts working at an electronics shop, though he doesn't quite like the direction that his life is taking. A new recruit shows up at the shop, and now Roll is responsible for teaching him the ins and outs of the job. However, it soon turns out that the boy was actually a girl, and not just any girl. She's the daughter of the late Demon King. As you can already guess, this anime is mostly comedy, but the plot is very interesting as well. Well, there you go guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Be sure to leave a like and a comment, and if you're new to the channel, you should consider turning that red subscribe button grey. I post regular content like every other day. Well, without further ado, see you guys in my next video. Until then, stay safe and watch anime.